Hi everybody, I hope this video finds you doing well. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you all, doing some reflecting this morning, and maybe some of my thoughts would be helpful to other people or something that they can relate to. Just kind of thinking about the year. As I was sitting there, I realized that a week from today, we're at the end of April, which is a quarter of the way through 2020, and we certainly have experienced a lot in this year, just 4 months in, not even halfway through. I know I'm a big meme person, and I like to look and laugh at all the different things out there, and I know I've seen a few that have said things like, oh, we're gonna go, looking back, we're gonna go from 2018 to 2019 to 2021 to 22. We're never gonna speak about 2020 again. We're never gonna acknowledge it. 2020 has been such a horrible year, and can we go back to 2019? We thought we had it bad then. Just all those sort of kind of funny things about that, and certainly I think in some ways that is true. I remember thinking in November and December, just having a really good feeling about 2020. I know I talked to a few different people and they've said, yeah, I feel like 2020 is going to be great. It's going to be a good year. And I myself was really thinking that, kind of reflecting on everything that's going on and what may still be to come. I kind of found myself thinking, was I wrong about that? Was my intuition wrong? I really kind of thought it was going to be a great year. Spending some time on that and thinking on that, I think my intuition maybe wasn't wrong. Our thoughts about 2020 being a great year, maybe we're not that far off. Maybe just a little bit different from what we expected. When I thought, a great year, I thought, oh, maybe things will be easy, things will fall into place, things will be really good financially and emotionally and relationally and all that sort of stuff. And, certainly there's still time for that to happen. And I do believe that in many ways for many of us that will happen. But maybe the lesson of 2020, maybe the period of growth we're going through right now isn't necessarily about things working out in real time in 2020. Maybe it's about preparing us. Maybe, this is us planting the seeds and going through some difficult times in order to reap the harvest of the good stuff to come. Good times are great, success and all that, that's important. Times of being happy, times of feeling good and comfortable, really important, and we need that in our lives. But oftentimes the biggest growth, the biggest changes, and the biggest clarity can come from times that are stressful, times that try us, times that force us to face things that maybe we didn't really want to, maybe we didn't even know that existed, those tough things. When we're forced to kind of go through those situations, we are able to come out stronger on top and have more confidence in ourselves, know what we're capable of. And then once we gain clarity and know what we're capable of, then we're able to experience those great things where we've cleared the path and we're able to accept the goodness that comes our way. Not saying that there should always be times of hardness and discomfort. You need balance in life. You need those times of difficulty and discomfort and stress to kind of help you grow and get you through and gain new perspective and clarity. But you also need those times of relaxation and peace and feeling comfortable in order to recharge, reset, take a breath. So I don't think one is necessarily more important than the other, but seeing as for a lot of us, we are in a time of uncertainty. There are things that are happening beyond our control. Those are times for us to be able to kind of think, what is this teaching us? What is this leading me to? What lesson am I supposed to gain from this and learn from this? It can be really easy, and there are times when we feel like giving up hope. This is all useless. This is all for nothing. Everything is ruined. We can never recover from this. Those feelings are normal and they're gonna come into play. But again, that's where we have the decision. Do we unpack with those feelings and live there and live in that despair? Or do we allow ourselves to feel, allow ourselves to grieve and cry and scream and punch a pillow or whatever we may need to do, acknowledge those feelings and get them out, and then move forward and say, how can I better myself and my situation from this? How can I make sure that I'm the victor coming out on top and not these circumstances? I think it's really important, with heartbreak, not getting a job that we wanted, or losing somebody close to us, the end of a relationship, or moving. There's grief and pain and hurt and uncertainty and all of those things. That being said, when you get some time, when you get some distance and space from the actual event, I think many people can look back on and reflect on things that, wow, I really learned this, or wow, maybe that was what I wanted, but in the end didn't really turn out to be the best for me. And now I'm free and open, having learned that lesson, to pursue what is right for me and what is good for me. Um, Clarity is something that I've been kind of grappling with these past few months, with everything going on in the world and how I relate to it personally and everything. It's been difficult, but I do feel like I've had some greater clarity. And while it stinks with everything going on, that does give me some inner peace and gives me some inner direction. I can be frustrated with the world around me and things that are going on. But also things can come into focus, and that helps empower me and give me direction. Like I said, growth isn't comfortable. Growth isn't easy. In those moments where we're struggling and scratching to survive and unsure what we're going to do, it's unpleasant, but we learn our boundaries, we learn our limits, we learn our strengths in those moments, and that helps us move forward. Once we shake off the dirt and shake off the dust and see how far we've come, we do get that sense of clarity for sure. I'm a quote person. I like to find different quotes for inspiration and everything, and I'm going to pull it up here on my phone. One that came to mind that I had heard in passing a long time ago that I think is appropriate for what we're going through now, is from Zora Neale Hurston. I hope I'm saying that right, from her book Their Eyes Were Watching God. And the quote is, "There are years that ask questions and years that answer." Right now, a quarter of a way through 2020, maybe we're in the part of the year that asks questions, that raises things to our consciousness, that brings things to our attention, forces us to kind of deal with some difficult things that we otherwise might not have wanted to. Asking those questions and having us grapple with them and wonder and struggle a little bit. Because once those questions are asked, and we have that clarity, and that, again, that path is cleared, we're better able to find the answers. We're better able to go into the zone of feeling comfortable and enjoying the fruits of our labors. So just a few of my thoughts that I had this morning that I thought might be helpful to share. With everything I say, as I tell my clients and anybody who I talk to, you can take it or leave it, feel free. My thoughts do not necessarily have to be your thoughts, or my opinions do not have to be your opinions. These are just some of the things that are going through my mind and some of my insights that, if it strikes a chord with you, then great. And if not, that's okay too. That's what makes the world interesting. We all have things from different perspectives. So again, I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thanks for watching my videos, and there will be more to come, I'm sure. Take care, and I hope the next quarter of 2020 is great and gives you some clarity and answers. Take care.